What is up, guys? It is Wednesday, and it is paintball question time. Let's go, Carson Harper. Do you think the NXL should switch to M500 limited paint format? Yeah. I would like to see limited paint. I think it encourages a lot of stuff, like movement's better. We don't just get guys crossing up and shooting a bunch and just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. Like in the finals, it's for sure evident when we watch pro. Guys just get to spots and just shoot and like wait for someone to run through a gap. Like I'm gonna shoot 7 pods at this hole and then hope someone runs past it. That's kind of lame. So I like the limited paint format. I think it's more appealing, right? You get 2 pods in a hopper and just go for it. We don't have 12 pods on your back. Like if you watched last week NXL Vegas, there's points where Dynasty, Ryan Greenspan was saying he was shooting like 14 pods. That's crazy. It also makes it a lot cheaper, right? You can plan exactly how much a tournament's gonna be. I mean, before you get there, you know how much hotel and flight and all this stuff is, but you never know how much paint you're gonna shoot. So it's kind of up in the air how much the whole thing's gonna cost. But if you go in knowing you're gonna play, 4 prelim games, a semifinals game, and then like finals game, say 6 matches with a maximum of like 14 points in each match, you know exactly how much paint you're gonna shoot. So it's cool, it allows budgeting a little bit better. It's also cool for practice. You can end up shooting less paint at practice. So you can, 2 pods in a hopper every single point rather than 7 pods in a hopper every single point. So practices are cheaper or you run more points. So the NXL should switch to limited paint. That's what I think anyway. BK Mullins, I want to get into pump paintball. I don't know much about pump, but I know that I want something better than a Chaos and not as expensive as a CCM T2. So if you're looking for value pump guns, I've always kind of said there's 2 good ones. The KP3, which is the like Azoden Chaos Pump 3, or the Empire Sniper, but you already said you didn't want a KP3, so the Sniper. I think the Sniper has always been a really good deal. It's got auto trigger, hitman lever, 3-piece barrel kit. You can buy some aftermarket parts to make it even lower pressure and shoot smoother. You can buy aftermarket pump handles. And the $379, you can find them used for like $250, $270-ish. So I like, Empire Sniper. Or there's plenty of like other used converted autococker pumps that are also really good. Just look for like vertical feed body with like CCM kit and you should be happy. Jake Martin, I've got NXL Pro, great marker. I've been considering getting the Lux 2.0, but is that price tag worth it? I've always had a hard time with these is it worth it things, because it's really going to depend on whether you enjoy spending money on paintball stuff or whether you have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of money, so it's hard. But do I think that you upgrading to the Lux is going to be better? I think that's preference too. I know for me, I would probably rather have the Axe Pro because I feel like the Axe Pro is going to be more air efficient and more reliable. Yes, the Lux will kick less, be quieter, probably a little easier on paint, but it's not going to be as reliable. So for me, the Axe Pro is a better gun because it's going to work more. It's just more reliable. But there are people who really like Luxes. So if you like the shot of the Lux, maybe it's worth it, but I don't think you're going to see any like massive performance difference. And at this point, you could probably, sell your Pro for like $300 and then buy a Lux for $550-ish, somewhere in there. So it's not a massive price jump. You spend an extra $250, $300 and get yourself a Lux, I guess, if you want. Hirschman6. What would you consider the minimum tournament setup? Like D6 or 5? I think it matters tournaments, right? Like if you're gonna play pump, obviously you need a pump. But most people that are playing tournaments are talking like electric guns. And it also matters the tournament series, because some of these local tournaments aren't necessarily following like the national like NXL style rule book. So you could have semi or whatever, but you want to make sure to look at the rules. Like if they're following NXL rules, you're going to need something newer that's capable of shooting like the firing mode and rate of fire that the NXL provides. So it needs to be an NXL mode like that cap at 10.5. But I think like the cheapest gun right now that's new anyway that I think would work well at tournaments is probably going to be either the Proto Rise or the Empire Mini GS. Mainly because we want to be able to shoot that like higher end, like better tournament paint. And both those guns should be pretty decent on paint. They're not going to be as good as like the high end guns, but you can shoot that tournament paint and both of them should be able to go into that NXL firing mode for tournaments. Whoa, I left out tanks. You said setup, so we typically setup's gonna be like hopper and tank too. Tanks, whatever, man, just get a compressed air tank and whatever's good, whatever you want will work. I did it, I'm gonna put a link in this like info box up here where I did a thing all about compressed air tanks. You can go check that out and maybe that'll help you decide what compressed air tank to buy. Hopper wise, I think the least expensive hopper that's gonna feed well is the Halo 2. Halo 2 is like $74. Or look at, the new die rotor, the LTR, or the Empire Prophecy Z2. Those are both $100 and also very good deals. Mad Cuz is back. I think this is his second question ever, not this episode. I've noticed a resurgence in the interest in autocockers. Do you think we'll see more big companies like Planet Eclipse or Dye make new autocockers like Empire? I don't think so. I think that Empire was able to do it because they have like a big manufacturing network. They make, guns and tanks and hoppers and masks and all kinds of stuff. So they're able to kind of like, I think, produce these guns a little more cheaply than Planet Eclipse or Dye would. And there's not a huge market for autocockers. Empire was able to make them a little bit cheaper and justify not selling a ton of them, but selling a smaller quantity. I don't know if that made sense. But there are companies making cockers, right? Like Inception Design have the Hornet coming out. There's Niche Paintball, they're coming out with a like full auto cocker at some point soon, I think this year. Well, I really love the like resurgence and resurrection of the autococker. I don't think that, Planet Eclipse or Dye or like MacDev or whoever are gonna do it. I think they look at like the overall sales of the stuff when they're like, oh, we, for every 100 of these high-end tournament guns, we'd sell one autococker. Is it worth investing the time and effort and money into making these guns? And the answer is probably no. But if anyone did it, I could see Eclipse doing it because they did it back in the day. So maybe they're gonna make a cool cocker. But if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would bet no. Thanks guys, that's paintball question time. If you have more questions and want me to answer questions, leave a comment below. It's possible I will get to it in a future episode. But to check out more of these, that big rectangular box, the square box for the Paintball Ruin My Life store, or if you haven't, like this video and then subscribe by hitting the circle button.